Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. In today's McDojo news, it's actually a follow-up to a story I had covered previously, but now we're going to find out about the sentencing of this particular instructor. Let's check out the story. Martin Amba III, age 30, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison after pleading guilty to charges of attempted sexual assault against a child under 14 years of age and child abuse. Amba will be eligible for parole after serving a minimum of 10 years. The victim, who was between the ages of 13 and 16 during the abuse, was a student at a local martial arts studio where she met Amba. According to the district attorney's office, Amba groomed the minor for several years, subjecting her to sexual abuse multiple times and sending her sexually explicit text messages and photographs. Deputy District Attorney Christina Rhodes represented the state in the case, and the sentence was imposed by the Honorable Kathleen Sigurdsson. Today's was short and sweet, but let's unpack that. I already did a full breakdown about this, including an interview. You can check that out here. So if you're curious about what happened all the way building up to this, you can check that out there. But finally, justice is served. It's nice to see that this wasn't a slap on the wrist either. 30 years is a substantial portion of somebody's life. But I've said this before, anytime that we're dealing with sexual assault, while someone who assaulted someone might get prison time, whoever was assaulted now has a life sentence of having to deal with that. With that said, since we're keeping it short and sweet today, let's go on to the question of the day. The question of the day is brought to you by Academy Safe. As always, whenever we do a story about sexual abuse, I always make sure that the question of the day is brought to you by Academy Safe. So you know martial arts studios require absolutely nothing to start a martial arts school. You don't need background checks, licensing, CPR, you need nothing. Academy Safe is out there trying to make sure that martial arts studios are holding themselves to a higher standard by asking them to get background checks, CPR, first aid, safe sport, etc. to keep our industry a little safer. So if you have a martial arts studio you're attending, make sure it's Academy Safe. Now this guy committed a crime, he got sentenced, but that martial arts studio is still around. So my question to you guys is, how do you think that that martial arts studio will be able to move forward with a positive reputation now that this has happened? This is a really tricky one, and I'm really curious what you guys have to say about it. As always, thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, memberships, and all that other stuff. Keep the martial arts legit.
My baby got robbed the other day by degenerate. So she wanted to learn some new form of this self-defense. So she did her research and perused it online and found this dude said he could move shit with his mind. He called himself Seafood Paul Zimmerman. He got a dojo with a strip mall near Cinnabon. Now she spends all day trying to